thank you to Aline, sorry if I said your name wrong, for being subscribed to the channel. Really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the content. I can't see what is on your profile, so I'm so sorry that I don't understand what is there. But I'm sure it's something cool. Okay, so here is the deck list that I used for this video. I'm gonna have to spend a bit more time explaining it. In case you don't know, you probably know, every single one of you that's watching this video probably plays Purple Kata just like me. But there will be pudding coming out in PRB02. And let's just say this is a huge buff to Kata. It puts him in a much better place than he was before. In my opinion, I think from what I'm seeing, the East is starting to put Purple Kata on, like they're making tier lists and they are putting Purple Kata on the A tier. I think that's overestimating a little bit since it's just the beginning of PRB for them. But the West, for what I've seen in chats from Discord and sometimes at my locals talking about this card, they are somewhat underestimating this card. So I'm gonna try to balance this out. But in my opinion, even if Purple Kata does not become meta, which I don't think he will, but it's just become so much more viable than before. Like, so much more viable. Right now, what I would say with PRB02, Purple Kata becomes somewhat of a Purple Luffy, with some changes. Purple Luffy likes to ramp with his leader ability to play Zoro and then play Luffy Taru, but Katakuri does not need that. He does not need to ramp first and to play Pudding, which then puts us with Katakuri right on curve. So we don't really need to ramp. Obviously, Purple Luffy I still think will be stronger, because Purple Luffy pretty much ramps a whole turn, because you do ramp up 2 turns, 1 Dawn. So that's pretty much, you're ramping a full curve. So I still think Purple Luffy will be overall stronger, especially because also with the Gum Gum Giant, unless he gets banned. I think once PRB hits us, the new ban list will be already in play to us. So Gum Gum Giant is obviously in the scopes. But if nothing changes for the Purple Luffy, I still think Purple Luffy will be stronger, but Purple Kata will be similar strategy, with, in my opinion, just better late game, because we just reach late game thanks to our Katakuri. Like, we just spam big bodies. But this pudding, I'm just gonna tell you now what this pudding does for us. Not only does it help us spam the board, like our problem, alright, let me go with a different route. Our problem with Katakuri was, we needed to see a very specific hand to complete a very specific combo going first, so we could ramp 1 Dawn to play Katakuri to then have our win condition. That was the plan. Now, there was problems with that because you needed a specific curve, and this specific curve was very hard to mulligan for, and even with that, we were only playing 1 body per turn, with the exception on late game we could spam maybe 2 bodies, those bodies being 2 blocker Katakuris thanks to our Kid Kata. This pudding, and there was another problem with that, which was with our searches and with like pretty much everything we do, we would go down on cards in hand. So we would at the very max exchange 1 for 1. That would be it. So we would be very low on resources in hand most of the time once we reach late game. So that was another problem, because to cycle with Power Spare, we would have to actually look at our hand, scout our entire hand, and make sure that we do not discard our a very useful card to draw something that could be useless. So that was another problem. With a tight hand, to cycle the hand was very hard, and we needed to play at 1 body per turn, and that was very hard as well. And Pudding coming into the deck just pretty much helps us with all of our problems. Literally every single one of them. This is probably one of the best cards designed for Purple Kata ever. Like, they fix our, they don't fix it entirely, but they just help us with every single one of our problems. So she's a 4-of, definitely. What does she do? You play her -2 Dawn if your leader has the Big Mom Pirates type, so she's leader locked, thank God. And your opponent has 6 or more Dawn? I thought it was 5. But if he has 6 or more Dawn cards on the field, draw 2 cards, then play up to 1 Big Mom Pirates type character with the power of 6k to 8k from your hand. So she just pretty much, she just solves our problems almost. You don't need to mulligan as hard for our combo, because once we are at 7 Dawn, if going first, we can just play on curve, and once we reach our 7 Dawn, we can just drop her and Katakuri. So pretty much with our 8 searchers, this I think is the only problem, is we need to still play 8 searchers, which one of them is somewhat of a brick, but it does replace itself, so it's fine. But I think that's the biggest down on our deck right now, which is we still need to play the 8 searches, but now we only need to reach Pudding and Katakuri with those searches. We no longer need Sparrow as much, or the 3-cost Pudding. Obviously, it's still very good to play Sparrow once on our 5 Dawn turn. So 5 Dawn turn we play Sparrow, 7 Dawn turn we drop Pudding and Katakuri all in the same turn, and we have 2 big bodies and 1 5k, so she can swing even, so that's not bad. And then we have our leader swing, which can swing for 6, so he can swing even to 6k leaders. Pudding still, like, insane effect, so yeah. She just helps us spam board. She draws the 2 cards, so that our problem with being low on resources is gone. So we play Pudding, she replaces herself and the body we drop. Even if we don't drop Katakuri, we can still drop Sparrow, so that's, obviously we do want to drop Katakuri every time. But if we don't have anything else, we can just play Sparrow, and we can play Katakuri next turn anyways. And if, and this is a big if, we do find our perfect combo curve, which would be the ramp combo that we used to do, which is Pudding into Sparrow, into Pudding, into the new Pudding, we actually don't go down on Dawn. Let's just, to exemplify, play. We have Pudding and Sparrow. We play the new Pudding, she goes down 2 Dawn, we play Kata. This is the most optimal body. We swing with leader effect. First, we get 1 Dawn back from Pudding, from the 3-cost Pudding. So we go down to 2 Dawn. We actually go down 2 Dawn, exactly. With, sorry, let's just make this math simple. With leader effects and the Pudding effect, you go down 3 Dawn. You usually use your leader effect anyways, because you want to cycle out with Sparrow. With Sparrow, he pretty much regens your lost Dawn with leader ability. If you have Pudding, she will regen 1 Dawn from the 7-cost Pudding, and then Katakuri just regens the last Dawn. So you still are at 8 Dawn, which makes you go, if you don't use your leader effect, be at 10 Dawn next turn, so you can play Liling. So yeah, you don't actually go down from Dawn if you have the perfect curve. But obviously we're talking about 1, 2, 4 card combo, maybe 5 with Liling, if we really want to have Liling, so this will be very hard to pull out. But our mulligan is still very easy now, much easier actually, not super easy, but easier, a lot easier, because if we have Pudding and Katakuri, we are pretty much safe to go. We can throw in a Sparrow in there, but most of the time we just want to see these 2. The searches help us with finding the Sparrow or one of these, but most of the time we're just searching and searching. I don't play 3-cost Pudding as much anymore, so yeah. But yeah, this is pretty much it. The rest of the deck is self-explanatory. I am thinking about making some changes. I'm playing 1 Gamma Knife. I think we need to go to 2. And for that, I am thinking about removing the Bone Clay, because we don't need so much of the ramp anymore. I don't think we need Bone Clay. I think we should play 4 Black Maria, because if we do go down too much on Dawn with Pudding, Black Maria just ramps us again late game. So I think she's more viable than Sasaki, because again, we don't need the combo of ramping 1 Dawn anymore. So I think I should remove the Bone Clay, because I don't think I ever played them unless I didn't have Sparrow. We can play 2, but for now I think this is it. And then we can play a 3rd Liling. I don't think we need the 3rd Liling. We could go down 1/9 Liling for another 10. But I think we're going to play a Anana. And I think this looks better. But this is not the deck we are going to see on this video. It's this one. You can still play Bonclay if you like. I don't know. I'm very indecisive, but I think I should go at very least down 1. Actually, I could go down 2 to at the very least play one other Gamma Knife because I really think we need. And we could play another Maria to have more 2Ks. I think this would be good as well. But yeah, this is the deck list you guys are seeing. 9 Liling, just to finish this off. I know this is very long explanation, but in the next videos, we no longer need explanations. She's much more viable thanks to Pudding. Since we swarm our board with blockers, that makes us able to stall much better with the 9 cost Liling. But we can still go down 1 to play the third Liling, the third 10 cost Liling, because she still is the best. So yeah. We could remove her as well to play another Gamma Knife and another Maria as well. That is also something we can do, and remove one Bonclay to play a third Liling as well. But for now, this is what we're testing, and this is what you guys saw during this video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the game. Sorry for the long explanation, but I think we need to cover the whole theory craft first. And on further videos, we no longer need to do any theory craft. I can just show you guys the deck list and move on as fast as possible. So yeah, hope you enjoy the games. Hello, my name is Dr. Shambles, and today we are going to be looking at some more Purple Kata gameplay, this time with the new Pudding. This was not my first game with the Ace, against the Ace. Like, this was my first game with the new Kata. This was actually the last because I wanted to relax. Since we found the new Pudding, so we already have the combo here. We have Parasparrow into and next turn Pudding into Katakuri. But yeah, you guys know I always love to leave the best leaders, the more meta leaders to last. But at this time, the sim was not very active, and I wasn't in ranked, on East ranked especially. So it wasn't very active, but I still found very good matches. This one, I think this deck is somewhat underrated, this Ace. But oh, I wouldn't. Oh, okay, I have the Kit Kat, so I decided next turn I go into Parasparrow, and then the turn after that I go Pudding into Katakuri, and then the turn after that I go 2 cost Katakuri into 8 Katakuri. That's the line here that I decided to play out. But yeah, I think the Ace Newgate is somewhat underrated in my opinion. I don't consider it meta, but I still think it's good for like locals. I would consider like the green yellow Yamato. I think she's very good for locals as well, and I think this Ace Newgate is somewhat the same. So he has the 9 cost Newgate. He's always putting it on the top deck. I already know he's looking for the event to then drop it on the event. At the time, I did not know the event was 9 cost, but now I know. I thought the event was 5 cost actually, but that would be too broken. I know, but at the time I was like, I think it's that broken, so I think it's 5 cost. So I was always on the lookout. But yeah, last warning is, oh, I actually counter here. We should counter here. Obviously, we have so much card in hands, and I don't know if he plays the 4 cost Pudding. So I'm like, I just need to go down on cards in hand. Here I did not attach 1 Dawn because I wanted to go to 2 Dawn, so to hopefully with Parasparrow I would cycle out 1 card and get a Searcher, and then I could drop Anana as well. So that's why I just went 6k here. We also got a counter. I think he was countering too much, I believe. We need to let go of 2k because of what I told you that I wanted to do, the line of combo. But yeah, we set up the Anana. Last warning that I forgot, if you guys hear me drop, drink, or pick up something, is cold iced tea, because it's hot as fa in Portugal, so yeah. I need this to survive. So he plays Marco, he has a Vista, which is a blocker, nice jump blocker. I'm also thinking about grabbing the Ace because it comes with the Oden, DSR Oden, and Oden is good card for the Kuzan, which is a deck I'm gonna build on OP12. So, you know, we get another deck for free probably. Oh, damn! Sorry, I bumped the table. But he plays another Marco, so he could go 2 7s here. I think we should take one and block the other. Because again, I'm going for that. Wait, yeah, he's going 2 7s. He could go 7 and a 6. So we just take this one, and if he goes 6, we can just counter. We do Zohashi. We just got another one from life, but we already had one. Yeah, two 7Ks. There you go. So we just block with Ana. I'm trying to keep that line of combo. Like this turn, I'm going putting into Katakuri, and next turn go 2 cost Kata into 8 cost. So yeah, it's looking wonderfully for us. He's down on cards, so I think I'm just gonna pressure. We have the 1 Gamma Knife. I always love to play Gamma Knife, but I think I should go to 2. On my purple Luffy list that I'm playing right now, I'm with 2, and it's definitely needed at 2. This is to usually deal with the 8 cost Kata to not be able to block. So this pretty much makes us unblockable against a Luffy, unless they already have another Kata, but still. And then against Fortress Kid, which is why I played this the most. So he blocked with the jump blocker, so I went with another 7 in hopes he doesn't have a 2k. So he lets go, because that's the information he gave me. Yep, there you go. Yeah, so it's more for Fortress Kid. Here I drop it. I shouldn't have, because we know he's playing for the Newgate. So if that Newgate gets a the rush with the event, we needed that Gamma Knife to just deal with it. And it's the only Gamma Knife we had. So yeah, somewhat of a misplay, but I need to put the second one. I know it's not searchable, but with the draws from Pudding and the cycle from Parasparrow, we get to see it much more. But we needed that too. I'm not playing Ragnarok because that costs 5 Dawn, and I think that's too much for us. I think the Gamma Knife it's the sweet spot. We do not remove, but they cannot protect it with like yellow blocker badges and Rosinantes and Tashigis, the 2k counter Tashi. So we do not KO, but at least we get the Fortress Kid down enough to just swing at it. I think that's the sweet spot. With up Luffy in terms of the 8 cost category, it's just like we just need to deal with it. We can still use Gamma Knife to decrease its power, but I think we need to deal with it with our own categories, like swinging onto leader and he needs to block counter 1, or with our 12k Big Mom, or since she's much more viable now, the 9 cost Big Mom. So we just used the event, we just saw it, and now he's gonna swing. So I'm like, I can't use my leader effect, by the way, because the idea here is to go 2 cost kata into 8 cost kata and 2 cost kata into 8 cost kata. But since we kinda, no, actually is not to play 2 costs, both 2 costs and into the 8 costs, is actually to play 2 costs into 8 costs and then another Pudding into another 8 cost kata. That's the idea here. So I can use one of the 2 cost katas as counter. And there you go. So that's the counter, and now we need to take this life, because then we don't have enough Dawn for the combo that I just told you about. He's also top decking that 2k. He's always putting it on the top deck. I'm like, why wouldn't you want that on your hand? Why that? Don't you have anything else? That's what I was thinking, by the way. Just an FYI. Is he going to... Oh, voice crack. Is he going to swing? I'm like, maybe he's not going to swing because he knows we have leader effects. But he does swing. I could leader effect, but like, I need the Dawn. I actually need the Dawn. If we were at 10 Dawn next turn, I could just go down and be at 9 Dawn. A problem also we are encountering here. Oh my god, another cut. Another problem we are encountering here is we're not going to his life now. I think that's what he wants, because as soon as we go to his life aggressively, he's just gonna take everything and get all his resources back. So that was also a problem that I was thinking. But the idea here is once we go to lives, we need to go with the 10 cost Linling that we have. And we go into the 8 cost. And now I'm gonna have an epiphany because I'm gonna swing 5 here. He's obviously gonna take. But what I should have done, and it's actually what I'm gonna do, is instead of spamming board, like I was going to replace this 7 cost pudding into another 7 cost pudding and play another Katakuri, we could just attach everything onto our 8 cost kata and swing onto Newgate. Yeah, okay, so here he actually didn't take the 5k swing. He's gonna take the 6k swing. I shouldn't have swing. I'm like, because I'm gonna have an epiphany here. Watch. Yeah, I was 7, and I was like, wait, I can just do this. He needs to give me 3 2Ks, but I shouldn't have swung with the pudding. I should have just attached everything as soon as I did the 2 cost into 8 cost kata combo. Take this away with no problem, and then make the 5k swing and the 6k swing, and we would have been fine. We restand everything. Now, we know he did not draw, like we do not know what he's drawing into. I didn't use Sparrow because I was thinking about going again 7 cost pudding into 8 cost category, but I think I should have cycled with Sparrow one of the 8 cost kata because we already have 2. I think I forgot. I was thinking about it, but I forgot then. Because of the epiphany that I have to attach everything and swing onto Newgate. But okay, next turn, hopefully, we are 10 on. Hopefully, we can drop the Link and let's see what he drops. If he doesn't drop that big of body, we already have 2 categories, so that's not a problem. But my problem here was if he played another of that 9 cost events into another Newgate. Again, we are not seeing what he's actually top taking, because he puts what he wants on the top deck, and then he just lets it be there, and we just don't see it. Like, we just keep cycling. He just keeps putting 1 card on top and drawing another. So yeah, so we don't actually know what's in his hand, which is smart of him. But now he plays that King Dew. That's his name. I don't know. The 4k power 2k counter guy with the ace. I'm like, really? That's what you want to do? He can reveal 2 cards of white birds and he gets plus 2k power. That's nice. But still, I'm like, really? I think like the 10 cost Newgate here would have been best. But maybe he doesn't play it. I don't know what the ace plays besides the 9 cost white beard and the 9 cost events. That's all I know he plays. With a bunch of Whitebeard pirates. And he plays White Bay. I'm like, is he gonna try to go for turn next game? Because if that's so, we're just gonna set up next turn with 10 cost healing. So we're just gonna swing a bunch onto lives now because we cannot swing into anything in his board. So we can put, like, we have 5 swings. That's a lot. Like, he has 4 lives. If he takes here, he's gonna be in a bad position because he's gonna have to counter my Katakuri swing just to survive, and he doesn't even know if I'm gonna play the 10 cost Lily. He just gives up. He had the Luffy. That Luffy wouldn't be bad, but he could not bounce anything because our pudding is 7 cost, which is also nice, by the way, because it makes her harder to remove. So yeah, here we have a we have pudding into Sparrow. I play Anana. He does not play the ramp Zoro. Oh, by the way, yeah, we're against the Gear 5 Luffy. Usually I announce the deck we're playing against, but yeah. He does not ramp with Zoro. We did manage to go first, so he plays Frankie. I think that's fine. Black Spiral, I know this card is very popular in this deck right now. We go down with the 9 cost Lin because if we did not cycle anything and did not find anything with the pudding search, if we didn't find anything with the cycle of Sparrow, we needed to play pudding to hopefully find something, and if we didn't find something, we would have to play 7 cost pudding into another 5 cost Parasparrow. That's pretty much it. But we did find 2 Katas, so now I'm gonna go 7 onto lives. I was hoping he would counter, not gonna lie. He had a lot of cards in hand, but it is what it is. We played the 8 cost Kata. Now we have 2 blockers. We're gonna go on to Frankie. He does counter this one. We cycle, we get another Dawn. I was hoping for a Anana or a Searcher, but it's fine. We are at 6 on, so next turn we are going to be at 8 on. We can drop another pudding. We drop the 10 cost and the Gamma Knife, because again, I think it's better to swarm board with pudding and Kata. He goes another 8. I think we take this one. Oh no, we have the Anana blocker. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so now he is at 7 with leader, so I'm just gonna try to remove this this Luffy. Once again, the Gamma Knife did came clutch, and I just cycled it out, took it out because of Nico Robin. I think maybe I played too much for this pudding right now. Yeah. So there's nothing I can do. So I'm just gonna search something. We did get a 2K, so that's nice. He used the black spiral, which was nice. That event is nice on this Luffy. He plays another Robin. I'm like, holy! I think we take this one, right? Or do we block counter? No, we take this one. He goes 9, no 8. So we block counter 1. He can attach everything on Frankie and swing, or the go 7, but we can just block. So he's leader once again at 7k, so I'm just gonna keep going onto this Luffy. He's going very down on cards in hand, but he does have 3 blockers. But our best option right now is just to swing onto that and just starve him. He goes another spiral. So I think I'm not gonna build boards. I don't have anything to do. He does let it go. I was going to go a bunch of... I'm gonna go 2 7s, 3 7s actually, onto that Luffy if he didn't let it go. So yeah, we would play a lot. Once again, I was hoping for a cost Kata now. I don't know how many I cycled. I think I cycled 1 out, right? So there was the probability of only finding 1. So yeah, I don't think it was wise to cycle a 2k. I should have cycled that 2 cost Kata. He blocks counters. That's fine by us. And we... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Oi! Oh, thank God. Sorry, I was like, oh my God, you do know you cannot restand your 8 cost Kata there because it's nullified. But yeah, we had 3 blockers, we had a lot of counter in hand, we have our leader ability, we had a bunch of cards in board. So yeah, it was pretty hard for him, he needed to go for a game there. But I will leave him with no blockers, so yeah, we just win. Now, we did find our 7 cost pudding with our events, and next turn we have 2 more searchers. I think, yeah, we did get to choose to go first. I think from these 3 games, the only deck I didn't get to choose to go first was the Ace. The rest I did get to choose. So I go 5. Okay, so we find Parasparrow, and we find Katakuri. So we got a very good combo here. We get next turn we can go Parasparrow, and next turn we can go 7 pudding into Katakuri. So yeah, like with the amount of search, it is much better now because you can spend a turn not using the 3 cost pudding into but for the searcher pudding to find this little combo here. It's much easier to find a 3 card combo now than it was before. He plays this Tashigi, no, Queen, sorry, she looks like Tashigi, so, which will be a problem further down the line, not gonna lie. Here I ignored it because what I was going to do is cycle Bonclay with Parasparrow. Oh no, that pudding, yeah, that's much better. And then just attach 1 and swing. And I'm like, please let it go. Because here's the thing, if he doesn't let go here, it would just He could just use the effect again to rest our pudding and just do the exact same thing. He can play the Tashigi, the 5-cost Tashigi, to rest our Parasparrow, but no, he plays the Cavendish that we saw in the top deck. So like, if he played Tashigi, at the very least, he couldn't use this Queen onto our pudding, so that's fine. And he can still go 3 down into the Searcher pudding and then swing onto our lives. But again, I think that's the best. Actually, I forget, he doesn't need to, I just forgot, he doesn't need to rest to attach the Restodon. I forgot then and I forgot now. So yeah, we need to take a, I think we need to, no. Yeah, we need to do the combo first. And now we need to go, what? No, oh, I ignored it too much. He can just take. Green loves to take. We know he's gonna get a Mihawk, so that's probably what's he restands it, so he doesn't even take, he just restands it. So we are at 4 done. We are gonna be at 5 with category 6, so 8, so he cannot play that Liling, so I'm just gonna discard it. This is one of the few reasons I'm thinking about removing that 9 Liling. I don't think you guys saw it in these replays, her potential. But she is still a good tech, a better tech cat than before, actually. So I played Anana here. That was a misplay because once again we did not get rid of Queenas. So guess what? He's just gonna rest it and swing, attach 8, rest 3 rested on and swing onto Anana. So yeah, I was like, I forgot then, but this time I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't have done this. It's not looking good for us, and that Queena is the problem. That's why it's not looking good for us. So he goes 8, we just need to let it go, there's nothing we can do. He goes with Hiyori Searcher. Zoro looks like such a fun deck to play, by the way. My friend is gonna make this deck. I think this deck not only is meta, it looks like a ton of fun. I give them that. I just love purple too much. And to be honest, I prefer Kuzan as a character than Zoro. I think here we just counter. Yeah, we just counter. He goes 8. So I thought he was going to go more. So he can just block and counter 1. He can play the 3-cost event to restand this once again and swing onto lives. If he does, we just need to take. But he's at 3 lives. We have 4 swings. I think we're good. If we see an 8-cost kata, that would be... No, okay. So 5 onto that Queena to finally remove it. We can go Pudding Parasparrow. Yep. We did find the 8-cost kata, so we don't care. We play the 8-cost kata. We cycle this out. Here I'm gonna do a misplay, by the way. I go 7 onto 6. That's fine, but I'm leaving 2 down up because I was going to go 2-cost kata into 8-cost kata. But I forgot that I played Pudding, the 8-cost kata with Pudding. Yeah. Very big misplay. Because my initial plan was to play Parasparrow with that Pudding and then 2-cost kata into 8-cost kata. But since I just saw the 8-cost kata, I just decided to play it and then I just misplayed and played the 2-cost kata. So yeah, that's a misplay by me. Very big misplay. That this alone could actually cost me the game. Because I took away 1 5k swing and 1k counter from hand. For nothing, pretty much. It's 2 cards for no value, and he actually rested my 2 smaller characters, so I think he's gonna pressure my 2 small characters. But then he also makes the biggest misplay ever, which is play another Cavendish, because Cavendish only activates itself when you have 1. So now that he has 2, he cannot do anything. Like, he cannot restand on. So that means he has no Zoro restand here. So he can just block. We can just block here. He can swing with Mihawk, but we can just block counter 1. Here I'm actually gonna swing onto Cavendish and give his effect back. This is because I misplayed and he misplayed, so I just want to even out. But also because we have the 10 cost Lean, so we can set up game this anyways. So yeah, we have nothing to lose. So there you go. Now we go 6k. If he blocks with Mihawk, we just go Lean into Mihawk. Which is why I think he's gonna counter. No, he takes. I think he should counter, but maybe he didn't have any counter. We cycle first to get one done. I'm not gonna play the Searcher Pudding because there's no need. We already have the full board. He needs to block, and we restand, and we restand. So now he lost the game. Our misplay was mitigated by his misplay, but if he didn't misplay there, we would have been in big trouble. Our only safe there was that if he didn't play Cavendish, he would still be very low on cards in hand, so he could punish that as well. So he plays a Mihawk. He could potentially play the 2-cost blocker. I think we saw one on top deck when we swung one time, so I think he could play it. So those are 2 blockers at least, but that's too much. That's still too much. He needed to... it's too many swings, too many big swings. We actually... I think we should take here, no? I think we should take here. Or we could... No, actually we could block counter... No! No, we couldn't. Okay, there you go. And he goes 8. We just counter now. Actually block... Yeah, there you go. To keep the 2Ks. Since he's gonna restand anyways. He goes 8 onto 8, we don't care. Yeah, and now we can just finish. We go 9. He needs to block, and then we just attach everything and win. He counters whatever. Yeah, so those were the games. Yeah, we did a very big misplay there and got saved by his misplay. We still would have a chance even if he didn't misplay, but we would have been in a much worse position because we would have to go down on cards in hand because we would have to counter a lot on that turn. But yeah, I think it would still work out, but it would have been in a tougher spot. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.